Good morning guys, welcome to my channel Confessions of a Gaming Mum. So it's nearly 5 AM. We woke up about 10 minutes ago on the boat. Didn't really have the best night's sleep, but I don't think that's anything to do with the boat. I just think I was a bit too hot. And although it's probably actually the pillows as well didn't help, because it's those pillows again where if you have a single pillow it's too low, but if you have two pillows it's too high. So I was like that the entire night. I did have a good few hours and then I just woke up and then just could not get back off to sleep. The boat doesn't seem to rock as much as the previous one. This is a much better boat than the last one we had. But yeah, like the cabin's like more than twice the size of the last one we had. So we're able to have our suitcases out and stuff and actually be able to get to our things without having to put them on the bed and stuff like that. Bubs had his own bed most of the night, but then woke up at about 2 o'clock and decided he, one, needed water, and two, he wanted to sleep in with my husband. So he got in with my husband because he was sleeping in his own bed. So so that was quite cute. But I had the top bunk. What else? Oh, there's another thing that's probably going to scupper our plans for getting into Athens. Of course, there's always like some sort of what's the word? Complication on this trip. It's never simple, is it? So apparently there's like this protest or march or something that's going on in Athens about a boy that was murdered, I think it was like 20 years ago or something, and so the police have stepped in. They're banning any sort of gatherings of 4 people plus in the area, because it was going to be around the area that our Airbnb is based in, of course. Which I think is fine because there's only 3 of us and we've all got luggage, but they're actually closing the station that we get off at, which is like across the road from where we're staying, so we're going to have to get off a station earlier, so walking with our stuff a lot further than before. So much fun. And I'm just really hungry, and I have a feeling because my husband is taking so long that the restaurant isn't open, because I said if it's not open just get coffees. So I have a feeling that's what he's doing. So yeah, I just want to get home. To be honest, I'm bored of travelling. We've only just started, but yeah, I'm bored of it. And I just want to be back home and just sleep in my bed and have normal pillows that don't give me a neck ache. Anyway, speak to you later. Right, so it's lunchtime. We're in our apartment. So yeah, it's really, really lovely. We have a kettle that works, and the last one it didn't work. So yeah, so it's absolutely huge. Yeah, Studio 1 compared to the last one, which was split in 2. So right, so I'll finish the video from earlier. So this is our bathroom. Look how lovely it is. There you go. I'm loving the tiles, by the way. Toilet as normal. It's massive. Look how big this room is. You don't need a room this big. Your bathroom. Yeah. You think? Yeah, look at the shower, Bubs. Massive. You won't be that fascinated with it soon when we put you in it. Yeah, toilet roll. Come on, let's get out. So we had a yummy lunch courtesy of Walt. Got some gyros that we bought before. It was nice to actually see the menu because they don't really speak English there, so we didn't really know what their menu had. So, but yeah, it was all on English, or in English, I should say, on the app. So that was good. Now we've just ordered from Hard Rock Cafe, but I was still full from lunch, so so I just ordered some mac and cheese. Bubs is still kind of picking at his lunch as well, so we've ordered him some chicken nuggets. We'll see if he eats them. But other than that, like Bubs had a really long nap earlier as well, so like, almost like 3-hour nap. So I think because we wake him up earlier than what he would normally have, obviously like 5 o'clock in the morning. So. But yeah, today's gone pretty quick. I had a bit of a nap earlier as well, and we've just been catching up on YouTube videos because obviously we haven't had a chance to be able to watch any being at my parents. So it's been nice just catching up on everything. Currently watching The Watcher. Or Watcher, I think the YouTube channel is called. Yeah, Watcher. Watching all the Are You Scared videos because we love their stuff. because we just watched all BuzzFeed Unsolved as well that we had to catch up on. So yeah, good evening had by all, I think, and now Bubs is playing with all the lights. On, yeah. They're like really weird lights. They remind me of like the Virgin Media sign on the advert. But anyway, just waiting for my husband to come back with food, so I'll probably see you now tomorrow. Good morning everyone. So it's Monday, it's about 10 AM. My husband has just popped down to get breakfast because we've ordered a takeaway breakfast because that's just life right now. It's a really miserable day in Athens though, so even if we did have the freedom to go anywhere, we wouldn't be able to because yeah, the weather is just miserable. So yeah, we're just chilling out in our apartment. Didn't sleep very well, but I think that's just because of like the pillows are quite hard and it was quite hot in here, so that was the main thing. But we did get a lot of sleep. We went to bed about 10, just like crashed because I think we were all just absolutely knackered after the unsettled night on the boat. So yeah, so we're just chilling out. We're not leaving here till 3 because our flight is at 6:45. It takes us about an hour to get there. So yeah, so we're just wanting to get there, not like what we did at Heathrow where we didn't have time for anything. So you want to get there in plenty of time. Hopefully we can get something to eat, but we'll probably have another takeaway lunch. We're having takeaway breakfast now. We'll have a takeaway lunch. So obviously if we get there and we can't eat anything, then at least we've had big enough lunch. I've still got a bag of crisps. I've still got a bag of the big croissants. Still got a pack of biscuits. So we have plenty of stuff to snack on the plane if need be. So I'm not too worried about that. Husband filled in the PLF forms yesterday. I think one of the main things we have to do today is actually because tomorrow we're receiving our shopping for the week. So we have to actually go through it today and figure out what we actually need. And obviously we need everything because we haven't been home for a month. So the cupboards are either bare or the food that's in them is rotten. So looking forward to that. I'm pretty sure I threw everything out because I knew there was a chance that we would be delayed coming back here. So yeah, that's the plan for today.
Επόμενη στάση, Πανόρμου. Ναι.
Days after you arrive, unless you are in the exempt category. We know that these are uncertain times and safety remains at the heart of everything we do. New hygiene and social distance measures have been introduced on board. We would like to reassure you this aircraft has been cleaned and sanitised before commencing boarding. We require all customers to wear a face mask, and this must be worn during the flight when wearing.
So I'm back to doing my evening vlog section. Now we're home, back to normality, back to normal. So yeah, so we got home safely, as you can probably tell. It was weird in terms of my mind has just gone completely blank. Athens was just dead in terms of just like no one around. So we're on the train, barely anyone on it. To get to the airport, when you got to the airport, like everywhere is shut. There was like one random coffee shop that was open. Everything else was shut. Like Starbucks was shut, Burger King was shut, everything was shut. So yeah, there was barely anyone there. Like none of the like gates were open or anything. It was so empty. I've never seen an airport so empty. So yeah, and our flight, there was like it wasn't even half full. I don't think it was. I've never been on a flight that was so empty. So yeah, so we went through really quick. Had an okay flight in terms of, because there wasn't so many people on the plane, it meant we could let Bubs have a little bit of a run around, and because he had his cars, he was just reading his cars up and down. Made friends with the air hostess, so she was sat there chatting with him. So it was a bit better than last time where he just kept kicking off because we wouldn't let him run around and stuff. But he was very tired, obviously, because he'd had a bit of a nap in his buggy on the train, but that was literally like 10-15 minutes. It was nothing. So yeah. By the time we got off the plane, he was very, very tired and really kicking off. So yeah, that went fun. Managed to get our suitcases okay. Had to wait a little bit longer for the buggy for some reason. But yeah, got it in the end. So went and got our car, and we were literally, because we landed about 8:15, I think it was. So we landed about 20 minutes, I think they said, earlier than scheduled. And we were out of the car park by 9:15, so it literally took us an hour to get out of the airport, which is, I think, pretty good. So because obviously we also had to stop to change Bub's nappy and different things. So yeah, so it was alright. We drove through, as you'll probably see from the footage, we drove through London, because we're probably not going to see London now for the rest of the year, most likely. And we wanted to see some of the Christmas lights. So yeah, so we drove through, trying to get into the Christmas spirit. So yeah, there was that. So we got home at about 11 o'clock last night. Bubs did pass out in the car, although he did wake up as soon as we parked up at home, and was just completely inconsolable then until we were able to put him to bed. But obviously we had to put him in his PJ, change his nappy, brush his teeth, and he was just crying the entire time. But it took him like 10 minutes to go off, so it wasn't too bad. Slept in his cot, which, because obviously he hasn't done that in over a month. He's been co-sleeping with us the entire time. So I was quite surprised he actually slept in his cot. He did ask once for water, and then another time he just would not go back down. So we brought him in with us, but this is like 6 o'clock in the morning or something like that. So not as if it was like half the night or whatever. So yeah, I found I just woke up like, just bolt upright at 7:30, I guess, because obviously we're used to Crete times, which is so it would have been like 9:30 in the morning. So yeah, I just felt like getting up, and I've just been super sort of like wanting to get things organised, like ready for Christmas and putting up the Christmas decorations and stuff. So so I managed to reorganise the living room, so it actually feels more like a living room rather than a playroom. Probably makes it feel a bit smaller, but I don't know. Trying to make room, because where Bub's toys is, like where we keep Bub's toys at the moment is where we keep the Christmas tree. So so it's trying to find where I can put the rest of his toys, because I've taken away his book table, and I've bought him like a bookcase, like a toddler's bookcase. It's a nice small one, so so he can keep his books downstairs. But obviously that'll be arriving tomorrow, so I can put his books in there, and then we can just keep it out the way while the Christmas tree is up. I also completely moved around his bedroom, which was a lot more stressful and a lot more painful than I thought it would be. So instead of his sofa being opposite him, it's now next to his cot in like an L shape, so it's underneath the window. But to me it just really bugged me because I was like, he's still not got as much room. He's got obviously a bigger open area in which to play in, but it's still not a lot of room because he's just got so many toys. So me and my husband were talking about the fact that, because the sofa that is there was the sofa that my husband had before we met. He'd bought it, I think, as like a thing because you could sort of lay it flat and it became a bed. So we'd kind of kept it in that sort of respect, that in terms of if we did have anyone stay who couldn't sleep in, like if we had more than one person sort of thing stay over, and we have had that on several occasions. We've had one person sleep on the sofa bed in here and then another person sleep on that sofa in Bob's room. So it's not the most comfortable. So yeah, so that's the main reason we'd kind of kept it. But now, yeah, we're kind of discussing selling it and getting ourselves like a sort of a nursing rocking chair to put in there, because basically the only reason we have it now, the main reason we still haven't got rid of it, is because like right now my husband is sort of cuddling Bubs to sleep, so to speak. So he just sits there on the sofa in the dark listening to music, and it's how Bubs goes off to sleep. So we'd need something in there for my husband to sit and rock Bubs to sleep, so to speak. So I think a nursing chair, because I'd always wanted one before Bubs was born, but because we had the sofa we were like, well, there's no room and it's also a not needed extra expense. So but we're kind of in that sort of frame of mind at the moment where it's like we're not doing too bad with money in terms of, because of my husband working from home, so we have that little extra money coming in because of him not having to commute and stuff. So we're thinking we might just treat ourselves to a nursing chair, and also because we plan on trying for a second baby as well, it would come in handy with that as well. So so it wouldn't just be an elaborate thing to help Bubs go off to sleep. So and yeah, it would just free up so much room in there. So so that's the current plan, but obviously because we're having to self-isolate, it means we can't really do anything about selling the sofa just yet. But yeah, so that's the current plan. What else? Oh, we got like our neighbour knocked this evening and gave us all the post that she collected out for us over the month. There was a lot of it. I can't remember if I said before, but my husband is a member of BAFTA, so he gets to vote on like the movies, TV and games for all the awards, and obviously this is the time of the year where he has to go for all the film nomination, well not nominations, like shortlist, and then he has to vote on like his favourite films and actors and stuff. So so this is the time of year that we received this, and we've received quite a lot obviously while we were away. So so yes, that was what a lot of the packages were. There were a few obviously Christmas presents that we'd decided we were going to order on Black Friday, and what else? Oh, and Assassin's Creed Valhalla, obviously that came through, and we got a few gifts as well from my husband's work for helping with a few things. So so yeah, so that was a shock seeing them. There was quite a lot of them though. It was letters for my parents, because they don't really have a real sort of postal service in Crete. It's kind of like you go to this random guy's house and he's set up an office in his house where you basically, he has a box and he just puts all the post in there, and then you have to sift through it and see if your post is there. So it's, yeah, it's not the most well, it's not very much like ours where it's like posted through your door. It's literally you have to go to someone's house and see if they have any post for you. And my parents experience of it so far isn't very good. I think they've had like 3 sort of like congratulations on your new home cards, and it took them like 3 weeks to get there. So so yeah, so they don't really want a lot of their post going there. So so I'm still getting like their bank statements and credit card statements and stuff, so I just have to update them on what's happening and where and how much and stuff. And also have to pay like my nan's invoice for her home that she's staying in, her residential home. So so yeah, so I had a lot of stuff to go through, which was fun. But yeah, that was it. So it's been quite a busy day in terms of me. Oh, and I did obviously mine and my husband's clothes from the holiday. I mean, obviously there weren't that much because obviously we'd done a wash on Friday at my parents' place. Spoke to them today as well. They had their kitchen done, and they're completely in love with it, absolutely love it. I saw a picture and it does look, it's a very nice colour. It's like a really light blue sort of cupboards that they've had done, and a really light grey top as well. So, but they've decided the tiles that run along the top of the counters doesn't really go, so they're looking to do that at some point as well now. What else was there? Oh, and when I spoke to them I saw they'd moved the furniture around. So the three-piece, or the three-seater sofa that was against the wall, they now have the two-seater sat like facing it. So so rather than it being at an angle where we were before, it's now facing that, and the reading chair that they had is now where the two-seater was. So if you can even remember if you even saw really what their living room looked like. But yeah, that's that. So so yeah, it's been a very busy day today, and I am very tired. I don't think I got like a real full night's sleep, mainly because like Bob's waking up and then coming in with us and then kicking me and stuff. So so yeah, hopefully I can catch up on sleep tonight. But first I need to get my video done for tomorrow, so it's literally I have to sit and do it now. So but then hopefully that means then I can just chill for the next few days, because I've decided this week I'm just not going to bother with housework, other than I've done a bit of hoovering, like just to where I was moving stuff around and like dust under furniture and things. But in terms of anything major like cleaning the cooker or dusting, that can wait till next week. I really can't bother this week. I'm just trying to get back into the rhythm of being at home and having to do home stuff, and also trying to get Christmas sorted, because I've missed out on quite a lot of time, so I need to try and get stuff sorted. But I mean, we're going to be self-isolating for a couple of weeks, so I have plenty of time to be catching up with housework, so I'm in no rush to get started now. But yeah, on that note, I'll end this video here. So I'll just say thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then please leave a like. Also subscribe if you haven't already. You can also follow me on social media. All the links will be down below. And on that note, I'll say love you guys, and I shall see you all in the next video. Bye.